Walking around London every day definitely has had an impact. There's a really strong sense of street style, youth culture in the streets of London. People definitely have their own sense of style. So that's why it's important for me, wherever I go in the world, to be known as a London designer. It's very important for me to spread a message behind my work, which is why it is very conceptual. It has a positive meaning behind it, or something that's thought-provoking. It's more important for me to spread something behind my clothes rather than just creating a lot of beautiful clothing. I feel that the society that we're living in today has so many issues in the world. Reading through a lot of newspapers and seeing that it's a really big issue in London for girls to be going through domestic violence and abuse. I think it really irritates me and hurts my heart to see a lot of violence and abuse and aggression. So I find it very bizarre to see that there's not a lot of love coming everywhere in the city from the youth. But I think this issue was pretty strong in my heart, seeing the amount of women that go through this. The most important thing is I want to spread love through people, through fashion. I think fashion and music have the most influence on the youth culture. That's why I wanted to talk about the concept of abuse through my clothing. I wanted to bring awareness to it. I feel that it is an issue that not many women they get to talk about or they can speak up about, because they often can feel very weak from this scenario. And I also found out that 1 in 3 women go through a form of domestic violence, which is a pretty massive, alarming rate to hear about. This is my mood board of inspiration, one of them. Some of these images I just like for their details, like on this one, the man that's smoking, I just like the rivets that are on the helmet, and I think that works well with this theme. And it's an element that I want to play on with my work. Armour here, then also gone a little humorous with the female Barbie dolls. And then we have, I like this accessory of skulls because that has a really aggressive yet London punky look to it. My influences come from all over the place. I first became interested in clothes, I think when I was about 4 or 5 years old. My parents are buyers and they own a boutique. I used to go to work with my parents and I used to dress up Barbie dolls in little bits of fabric and dress them up with little accessories. But my personal love of creating clothes probably came when I went to university. I went to London College of Fashion, and that was my first experience of myself designing and creating clothes. I designed the harness to be very restrictive onto the arms, so when you wear them you can't move that much, and that implies that women have no say when they're being abused. They're kind of stuck and stranded. So that's the message behind this piece. For this one, this is a cropped jacket, and I've called it the Armoured Crab. This piece I really wanted to add confidence to a woman, so I created these shells to give it an armoured look, and the way that people walk, it really says a lot about their body and if they're feeling vulnerable or if they're confident. And if someone's shoulders are upright, then that shows that they're confident, and it's important for victims to get back onto track. So I knew that anyone wearing this jacket would feel confident, well, they'll definitely look confident because it brings their shoulders upright. Okay, what do we have? This is a headgear. So this piece is really important to make it for this concept because I wanted to say that, so I made it with a mouth gear that has these spikes coming out of it, and I wanted it to say that women have no say when they're being abused. If anything, they can only say what they want to say through their eyes. So that's why I created this piece. If it wasn't for the messages that I was spreading through my work, I know that I would probably get pretty irritated by working in such a materialistic industry, because my mindset isn't materialistic at all. It's very important to see and recognize that celebrities have a massive influence on the youth culture. and society that we live in today. I'm a firm believer in karma and reincarnation, and when you die you don't take any of your Louboutins with you. I'm pretty aware that I do have a love for fashion as well though. I love creating things, I love creating clothes and accessories, but at the same time it's very important for me to show that there's definitely a bigger world. This is not it. And if we're not showing love towards each other in the world, there's no point really in, you know, spending our whole lives working towards these material objects. What's the point?